and we are just going to follow everybody right off the track. All right. So you picked an awesome car to do this, the Lamborghini at Gingerman Raceway. We're going to have a lot of fun out here. So we do have cones all around the track. They mean different things.
Yep.
The one in front of you means turn in. The green one means the apex. We also have cones that stand next to each other, which are our braking cones.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to go ahead, and once this Lamborghini takes off, you can go ahead and take off. Stay on your side of the track, and we are rolling. Come off the throttle and onto the brakes. Squeeze those brakes. Get a good feel for them.
Yeah.
Good job. And turn in. Keeping your eyes up, we want to make sure we look for these apexes.
Okay.
Come out of this corner nice and wide for me. Now come over to my side of the track. This is called the kink. We do not need a brake here, so you can stay on the gas and stay on my side. Great job. Off the throttle and on the brakes. Waiting to turn in and turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Come out nice and wide here. This is a double apex turn. So very good. And turn in nice and hard for me. Great job. All right, and onto the throttle. All right, very good. And we're looking at that turn in cone. We're going to wait to turn and turn in. Eyes on that green cone. This is called a carousel. So we're going to stay towards the middle of the track while we build our throttle. So we're going to keep on building throttle. Little more, little more. Now we're going to turn in real hard. And then we're going to unwind and keeping our eyes on that green cone. Always want to keep our eyes up and aware. Come out of this corner nice and wide, nice and wide. Great job. And off the throttle and onto the brakes. And turn in, keeping our eyes on that green cone. Nice and wide, coming out of the corner, nice and wide. All right, you got a straightaway, you can open it up. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. Very good. Wait to turn and turn in, keeping your eyes on that green cone. Nice and wide coming out of this corner. I always like to describe driving as a ballet. Nice and smooth movement, so we're going to make your way over to my side. Great job. Off the gas and onto the brakes. And come off the brakes and turn in. Eyes on that cone, that orange cone. Nice and wide coming out here. Now go to your side. Very good. And we're looking at that green cone. So now we're going to build a tiny bit of throttle. Just start building it. Building it. Come out nice and wide, and go for it. Come off the throttle and onto the brakes. Stay on the brakes and turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Nice and wide here. As again, we're going through the kink. You do not need the brakes, so stay in it. Looking at that cone. Nice and wide coming out here. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. Wait to turn. Turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Nice and wide coming out here. Off the throttle. Off the throttle. Turn in hard. Turn in hard. Good job. All right. We're going to roll onto the throttle. All right. And we're going to be on the brakes. Squeeze those brakes. And turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Nice and wide coming out here. Start to build your throttle. Build your throttle. Build your throttle. Look for the turn in and turn in. Eyes on that green cone. You're going to shift your vision from my side to your side. Looking at that green cone. Come out of this corner nice and wide, nice and smooth. We want to try to make the track as flat as possible. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. Eyes on that green cone all the way down there. Nice and wide coming out of this corner. You got your straightaway. Hit it. Very good. Off the brakes, eyes on that green cone. Start to build your throttle a little bit. Move out, move out. Come to my side. Good job. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. Squeeze hard. Very good. And come off the brakes. Turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Just a little bit of gas, just a smidge, just to keep it going. And come off the gas and onto the brakes. Eyes on that green cone. Like I said, start to build it, nice and wide coming out, build it, go. Eyes on that green cone. Nice and wide coming out of the corner. All right, show me what to do. You know the king. There you go. Great job. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. And turn in. Off the throttle, off the throttle. Nice coast. Come on wide. All right, and turn in nice and hard for me. Give it gas, more gas. Go for it. Great job. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. Squeeze them hard. And turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Start to build your throttle and come out. Build your throttle and come out. Start to build it. And turn in. Eyes on that green cone. Turn in hard. Come off the throttle. Eyes on that green cone and start to work the throttle more. Nice and wide out. Off the throttle, onto the brakes. And turn in. Nice and wide coming out. Your last straightaway. Go ahead. Off the throttle and onto the brakes. We're going to go right in between these green cones right here. Very good driving. I have to say, each lap, you didn't just get smoother and smoother, you were getting faster.
Yeah, it felt like it. Yeah.
That was awesome. You did a great job.
Thanks.
All right. And we're going to come on, we're going to stay on my side of the pit lane here. You're going to pull up right behind the red Ferrari. And they're going to go ahead and get your picture taken.